Good morning, Midwest Mania guests. I'm hoping you're having a great Labor Day here. I'm here with Ryan from VPA. Ryan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Ryan Corkwell. I am the sales guy at Vantage Point Archery. We're a broadhead manufacturer, but we're also a machine shop, kind of by trade. We're based out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Thanks for having me on, JJ.
No problem. Anytime. How long has VPA been in business? Let's get a little background on that.
Yeah, sure. So we've been making broadheads since 2008.
Okay.
Kind of started. One of our engineers is a traditional bow hunter. Still is a traditional bow hunter. He's our lead engineer and designer. He kind of had an idea how he could do it better. And it kind of spun up from there. So we've been making them not only for ourselves, but we make for other guys in the industry too.
Okay. You want to tell us about some of the models of broadheads? And we can touch on the risers here in a little bit. But let's touch on some of the models.
Yeah, so we do anything from a 100 grain up to 300 grains. And in the 100 grain, you go 3-blade. We go double bevel. We also go single bevel, left and right. And then you're talking 125 lefts and rights on your single bevels, 3-blade, even your 2-blade double bevels. In our bigger sizes, say 300 grain 2-blade, I do that in 1.8" and 1.25". On a 300 3-blade, I do 1.8", 1.25", 1.5".
That's
so we kind of go all the way across the board from. We kind of say we kind of tongue in cheek this a little bit, but we feel like we make the most broadheads in the world when it comes to different sizes, grain weights, and all over the place.
No, you make screw-in broadheads and glue-in broadheads. I don't think many people know you make glue-in broadheads.
Yeah, so we make those in a 160 and a 190 on a 3-blade.
Okay.
On a 3-blade glue-in. I also make them in thumpers. I do a 125, a 160, a 190, and I think I still have some 250 grain glue-on thumpers in the shop still.
And that's for your small game, right? The thumpers.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
I'll have to check that out. What was the hardest broadhead to design and build? Would it have been your
Man, that's a great question. So really the most R&D head to date that we've had is going to be the Omega with bleeders. It's our new one that we dropped last year.
Okay.
We make it in 120. These are screw-in. We make it in a 125 with bleeders, a 150 with bleeders, and a 200 with bleeders.
No, it doesn't. Go ahead.
No, you asked the question.
Does I know Omega comes in single bevel, but does it come with bleeders in single bevel?
It does, yeah.
So are the bleeders single bevel too? So you get that rotational.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are. Yeah.
I did my homework.
Yeah. The crazy thing is if you take, say, we're talking 200 grain, and I'm kind of we're talking more traditional guys here, so I understand that. If you take our 200 grain Omega with bleeders, if you take that bleeder out, it becomes a 175 grain single bevel.
Oh.
Without the bleeders. So yeah, we kind of engineered it around that way.
No, I've not seen it. So how are those bleeders fastened, or are they do they have a set screw in there, or?
They don't. So what happens is if you take the Omega,
okay,
we've taken the center of the ferrule and we've machined it all out. And then what we do is your bleeder actually slides through the center of the broadhead. And then we have a capture ring on the back. Mm-hmm. Not a capture ring, but a ring that when you screw it in with your insert and your arrow, it pushes everything forward that holds everything tight.
It tightens it up.
Yep.
What's your most popular selling head?
I can give you the by numbers, right? But I don't have it in front of me.
Okay.
I do know this just after coming, we're going into hunting season this year. and me and the guys around the shop kind of always take wagers of what's gonna go out the most this year. And right now, believe it or not, it's tracking at 125. And that's across the board. So a 3-blade 125, a single bevel 125, and then a single bevel Omega with bleeders 125.
I shoot you guys. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm just saying, like that's changed a little bit. Believe it or not, like
it used to be heavier.
It used to be heavier than that 150. You're right.
I shoot your 200 grain double bevel because I can't sharpen them, even though you guys have that lay flat technology.
Yeah.
I can't do it. But I shoot the carbon tool, not the Alpha, not the Omegas, but they're $58 or for.
Yeah. You're talking I think single bevels or double bevels?
Double bevels.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And they're not 3 blades. But they're just carbon tool steel. They're easy to sharpen. They fly great. And
yeah.
How many come in a pack? I forgot. You want to tell us?
3 come in a pack.
That's what I thought.
Everything we sell comes in a 3-pack except for field points. We do those in 6.
Now, I got you on here.
Yeah.
5/16 field points. Is there any chance I can get them heavier than 125 grains? Glue-ins?
No, we don't make anything like that on a glue-in. I would, you know what? If I'm looking for those, I'd go directly to Three Rivers.
I did, and they don't make them. They don't. 125 is the heaviest 125 glue-in broadhead you can get.
Glue-in field point.
Yeah, glue-in field point. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
It's weird.
5/16.
5/16, yeah. I mean, you have that taper is standard throughout, like the wood shafts.
Yes, it is.
But if you don't get that field point there right, you're working with wood, so it's not perfect.
Okay, yeah.
You might have to fill it, like put like a shim in there. So I don't even know how the heck you would do that. But
I kind of wonder who else
Top Archery makes screw-in ones.
Yeah.
But they go up to 125 too. I have a friend he's an older guy. He's in his 70s, and he said up until like the mid 90s, you still get like 5/16 glue-on field points all up to 125 grains.
Yeah.
Then they stopped making them.
I'm wondering. There's a guy in Kansas, Precision Design Products.
Okay.
His name's Keith Jabin.
Okay.
It's called PDP. There'd be like, if guys are looking for like that glue-on side up, he would be the guy that's making those. He's another one that we could like. I could call and ask him.
Okay.
To see if he makes anything glue-on, anything bigger.
Okay.
When guys like us, even like Three Rivers and me, like when we order stuff, we have to order those in boxes of like 10,000.
Yeah.
Right.
To make it profitable for him.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard for us to like sit on that much inventory because ain't many guys like buying like 175 glue on field points. You know what I mean? Maybe there's more out there than I think. I should start carrying some of those oddball sizes.
And like I know wood's not like I shoot a 3D league here, and I shoot the trad class, which I have to use wood arrows. I hunted with wood arrows last year, and I shot a deer, and I didn't get good penetration, and it's somewhat my fault. He was laying down in his bed, and I figured I should have got better penetration. It was a 200 grain glue-on broadhead. It wasn't your guys's, and it was sharp. I could cut paper with it. I could shave with it. Yeah, but it just wasn't there. It hit a weird angle, and the arrow shaft broke. It didn't continue all the way through. So now I'm shooting some old Carbon Express Heritage, and they're like 11 and a half grains per inch.
Oh, wow.
And I have a 100 grain insert up front plus 200 grain broadhead. They fly like a bullet out of my bullets, pulling 42 pounds back. And but you got anything under like 17 yards, the trajectory doesn't change.
Oh, okay.
After 20, you gotta adjust. But I'm not shooting at deer over 20. So 20 on in is my go-to. We can hit that later when we talk about when we get into your hunting area.
That's hunting, right?
Yeah.
That's close enough close. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Let's talk about Any new any new models in the future?
Yeah, I'm working on because we make broadheads for all different, like for traditional compound, and I'm actually in development right now of a crossbow.
Yeah, and I'm not a crossbow guy.
Me neither.
I'm not gonna
Me
say.
neither.
I'm not gonna say I dislike them. And I'm part of. I'm a UBI member at United Bow Hunters of Illinois.
Okay.
And it used to be like compounds and trad guys. And somewhere like in the mid '90s, they split and all went trad, which I think is stupid because we're just like a percentage point of the percentage.
Oh yeah. You are.
So,
Yep.
but I don't think crossbow should be in allowed in archery season because there's no archery in it. You have a stock and you have a trigger.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yep.
And if you look at you're in Ohio, right?
Indiana.
Sorry about that. Why did I think you were in Ohio?
We're just neighbors, dude.
Yeah. Is crossbows allowed in your general archery season?
Yes.
Yes. You look at the numbers that the DNR puts out in any state that has a like a regular crossbow season that's incorporated with archery season. The numbers, and it'll give you the breakdowns what they harvested them with, and it's like 60% crossbows these days.
Wow.
And
There's a reason. And that's the other side. Like those rifle hunters want to hunt early season, right? So they know if they get a crossbow that can do that. I hear you. I'm right there with you on that. And there's also a reason why crossbows right now, and if you would go to any shop, they would tell you they're probably 2 to 1 or 3 to 1.
Yeah.
And they're selling more crossbows. And I get that, right? I just want to get, not that I want to get in that game. Our broadheads will fly. But the thing of it is that I want to design one that can fly over 500 FPS and still hit a dime at 100 yards.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Like I'm good friends with Tom that owns a Dirt Nap gear broadheads.
Yeah.
And I'm like I shoot his broadheads every now and then. But he don't make a glue-on one. I've been trying to get him to make a glue-on one for years. And
they're hard to do because you got to go back in and machine all that glue-on part out, right?
And now he made they have this thing called a Titan. This broadhead it's a 125 grain, big broadhead, but still got. I'm not a bleeder fan because I can't get them sharpened. And I always said that's always a downfall in his product was where the bleeder set far forward in it, and you hit something, you heavy bone, it's breaking off. They're breaking them off. It's slowing the arrow down. Well, I finally got him to make a 2-blade single bevel in that Titan, and but it still has bleeders. Well, what I would do when I was shooting like on their pro staff or whatever it was, I would take those bleeders off, and it's a stainless steel ferrule. I would tack weld the main blade in place, so it wouldn't slide back and forth. But I'm an automotive technician by trade, but let's get back on the crossbows. I did social media for about almost 5.5 years for a big archery shop in Texas, and I started seeing the shift from compounds to crossbows. He was starting to sell more crossbows, and he was getting like the first started selling like the I can't get like the recurve crossbows, expensive ones, Excalibur. Then he started selling the self cranking crossbows like the Ravens.
Yeah.
And me and him had a falling out, and we were still acquaintances, but and I told him I didn't like where it was going. I said, "You're an archery shop." He goes, "Well, that's part of archery," and he was trying to push me to buy one. I said, "Dude, I don't want one."
Okay.
So that's how that worked. What's your favorite broadhead you make?
Man, this year I'm going with the 125 Omega with bleeders.
Okay.
And that's single because here in Indiana, like, and my bottom pin probably going to be set at right around 50.
Okay.
I'm not totally done yet, right? And I'm shooting out of a compound. I'm not totally wrong. I think my aero bill's probably going to be in that high force. So between, I would say 485 and 515.
Okay.
We'll say. And I know like where I'm hunting at, right? I'm hunting some fields, I'm hunting like long alleys. I probably, when it comes down to it, like I'm not gonna have to shoot probably past 30. Let's face it.
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna have to, but I just want to be able to reach out there a little bit further this year. It'll be fun.
Okay. Any nightmare builds you had to get to the finished product? Yeah, like any problems you had. I know it's a machine shop, so you're gonna crash the machines every once in a while.
Yeah, you are.
But was there like any, like when you picked your broadhead? I don't know if you're in, like, can disclose the stuff. Like when you made your Omegas, okay?
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you made it out of that steel you made it instead of going and making it out of like the OG style steel, or is it the same steel?
Yeah. Oh no, like they're S7 material,
Okay.
so it's a tool steel. We rock weld those between. I want to say like that spec that we have called out in our hardness spec is between 50 or 62 and 68.
Okay.
No, that's a big range, but like it's on that side of I want edge retention, right? I want, like, when we sharpen a broadhead, especially for me when I sharpen it, I kind of trick out on the sharpening side. The other day I spent like an hour and a half on the phone with a dude just on sharpening because like I can trick out in that. The sharpness testers and making sure that I'm laying it flat and how I'm holding the head. Like there's so many different ways, and you guys could probably even look on YouTube and find 1,000 different ways on how to sharpen a single edge.
Yeah.
And what I mean by single edge, you're talking like a chisel, right? That's pretty much what they are, is a chisel. So holding that angle, running it, building a bird, and then actually using a strap. Maybe you're even using a micro compound. That way you're honing the edge. The one thing that guys don't, I think the most guys are, like, as far as even with our OG single bevels, you're just sharpening the edge of that. You're not sharpening the whole thing.
Yep.
You're building that bird, that way you can break it off. That's where, like, that's where I see the most headaches for us. Like, in our shop, like, what is sharp? How sharp is sharp? What's coming out of the shop? Making sure the guys are, like, understanding. And then the other thing is, like, on a true broadhead, what's the run out? Think about a 300 grain broadhead.
Yeah.
Like a 300 grain broadhead is almost like 3 inches long.
Yeah.
Like the run out in that from tip of that head to the threads is 0.0001. So 1/10 run out in a broadhead, and that's all because we're using like a CNC machine sharpener in order to do that, to create that edge.
Do you guys use Haas machines at all?
We do, yeah. We have some of those. We use a lot of Haas and a lot of Akuma in our shop.
Okay. I took a break from turning wrenches, and I went to UTI, so I know how to use dial indicators, dial calipers, bore tools, all this stuff, because I also know the engine building stuff. And so I worked in the machine shop about 9 months while I was going through my divorce. And I learned how to use Haas machines and all that. I love it. I mean, it was, you run your XY axis and you put X, then you X, to Y is up and down.
Yeah.
X and X, Y, and Z. That's what it was. It's been like 19 years, but when you figure that, I watched a guy crash a machine pretty bad one day in there.
Oh. That's hard. I could tear up a spindle doing that.
Yeah, they had to bring in the engineer from Haas to get it unstuck.
Oh, wow.
That was the day I didn't crash it. I already ran all my parts, and I was what I did there is I ran part adapters for like dish and satellite, like dish and direct TV satellite posts to go like on like the different forums. So I'd run out the tube steel and slot it. That had to chamfer holes on a drill press. So I ran off like 1,200 parts that day, chamfered, then I had to draw out my holes. It was a boring job, and I didn't really like it, but it paid the bills. But what else? Where are we at now? Then let's talk about your warranty, because your warranty is what made me stay with you guys because
Okay.
I had this is a little caveat here. I had a little I ordered the old G double bevel heads last year, and I got 3 of them sharp, but uh the point was rounding on it. And the person who handles, I forgot his name. I almost said Tristan, but I don't know if it's that. I don't know.
Colin.
Yep, that's it, Colin.
Yep.
I sent him pictures. He was great, and I said it rounded. And I know it wasn't supposed to be rounded. I don't know if it was a flaw in material because I know every once in a while you make a 15,000 broadheads. You're gonna have 1 or 2 that might be softer than the other. It just depends on the metal. And
Yep.
he
Yep.
goes, send it back. Here, send me pictures. You can keep them. Here, I'll send you new ones. I said, okay. So
Yeah. So our warranty is actually a lifetime. So if you send it through an animal,
okay. Yeah, I sent through an email.
send it through an animal, and if it's dents or scratches, well, not scratches, you can't sharpen it out. Like, send us a photo. We'll send you a new head.
Yeah. Then he told me I could try to rework those old heads.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I reworked one. That's my not my thumper, but my my squirrel point, I should say. It's sharp, but it'll knock the hell out of the squirrel. Oh, let's talk about you now. Let's talk about hunting.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, you're a bow hunter.
I am.
Okay. What's your favorite species to hunt?
Oh man. When it comes to, I can send you photos. Like me and my daughters trick around here in the backyard. I think like squirrels. This is the most challenging.
That's me and my daughter.
Yeah, me and my girls, like we kind of trick out and hunting squirrels and just kind of putz around the backyard. Even like that, like whitetail. Like I love Midwest whitetail.
What all do you have in Indiana that you can hunt? I know it's turkey, deer,
Yep,
and
turkey, deer, coyotes,
yeah,
squirrels. They have trapping season for all the like whether it's
like the fur bearers and all that stuff.
Yeah. Down south, I think we hit them all. I'd still like to do that out west.
Yeah,
I think that would be a lot of fun.
South Dakota, dude, it's a sleeper state. I probably should be saying that on here, but it is. They have it's $380 for out of state residents. It's obviously you got to draw, but you can buy your preference points. And my best friend lives out there, and he hunts Black Hills National Forest. Well, if you put in for the draw 1 year for out of state archery deer in Black Hills National Forest, it's you have 80% drawing it that year. If you have 2 years preference, if you have preference points plus that, it's an automatic draw.
Wow.
So and it's not as far as Wyoming. Granted, you can't hunt elk there, but you can hunt. There's mule deer there. There's whitetail.
Mule's there, right? Yeah,
you can antelope, but the antelope there is not in like Black Hills National Forest. There's few and far between. But you go, I want to say a little bit south, like where Custer National Forest or Park is, or whatever it is.
Okay.
There's antelope there, and the tags are the same. So I spend $20 every year, put in preference points for deer and antelope, and just bank it.
Nice.
Oh, but let's talk. But okay, what's your rig? How many? Your compound.
This year, I upgraded to my first. No, that's my second. My second Matthews Lift X.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fanboy, so I hope you guys listening to this. I'm not a fanboy. It's just something I wanted to do this year. I shot a couple of them. The other one, So we're running some parts for Dialed in our shop. So I really like their site, and I put one of those on this year.
Okay.
I'm running Rip TKOs.
They make. I would say. Victory makes good arrows.
They do.
I wish go ahead.
We got hooked up with them a couple years ago. I think it was a SHOT Show. I connected with them.
They used to make this arrow called the Trad Carbons.
Okay.
They were micro diameter, and they had a burlap wrap around it. but when you cut it, it smelled like you were cutting cedar.
Oh wow!
But they don't make them anymore. And the other thing, the downfall with those arrows is they had like an insert, like a hat 3/4 insert outsert system. And if you didn't get that epoxied in there, it was pulling out.
Was it really?
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, it might have just been me putting them in, but when I did social media for that archery company, he would build my arrows under me, and even the ones he built, they would pull out.
Okay.
So
that's crazy. I wonder, was it hot melt? Was he just using hot melt?
I think he was using hot melt. Then I started using some automotive edition 3M 2-part window epoxy for automotive. You like if you like what kind of car do you have? Yeah,
truck.
A truck.
Yep.
Like if it's a Chevy, Ford, or Toyota, you have in like your driver's window, you have that where the window sits on the track and the bracket it bolts into. That's all epoxied in there with this epoxy stuff, and once you hit that in there, you're not getting it out. Okay. You have to go in and like take a drill and just drill it all out. That's always the fun part to do, but glass flying everywhere. Great. Yeah, but and if you use 2-part,
what else? The 125 degree broadhead up front. Like I said, I'm still between that 485 and 505. I'll probably be in there somewhere. Pulling 73 pounds, 29.5-inch draw. I've got plenty behind it, so I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm excited for this year.
When did your season start?
Coming up, right? The same as you guys.
Oh, October 1st?
Yep.
My buddy Hans is out hunting right now. It opens out in South Dakota September 1st. Yeah.
Yep.
He's sending me pictures, so either there's people walking past him in his tree stand or he got one. So I've not looked at it yet. It's scrolling through my phone. Let's touch on what for young hunters coming into this. What advice would you give them?
I think there's a couple. The first one I want to, you and I talked about this earlier, like, know your land, right? Know where you're at. There's been so many times when I've blown out, like, even walking in, right? Like, just starting out as a young guy, like, I just wasn't, like, cautious about that. The other thing is I want to say don't listen to the talking heads.
Yeah.
Like, build what you want. Do what you want. Have fun with it, because bow hunting is frustrating. And don't be afraid to ask questions on forums. Don't be like, you're going to get a lot of answers, but don't be afraid to, like, call somebody. Like, our shop, you can call anytime and be like, hey, explain to me, this is my poundage, this is what I'm running, what broadhead and drain weight do you think is going to work for me?
Yeah.
I'll help you out. Like, this is what I would do. This is kind of where I would run. Like, especially if you're light. Like, if you're younger and you're only pulling, like, 50 pounds and, like, that broadhead should probably be in that 150 range, right?
Yeah.
Because you're pulling less pounds and you want a little bit more of that punch up front.
Or unless you're a trad guy, you want more weight up front because you're
right, exactly, right? Like, if you're pulling 43 pounds, like you said, you probably want a little bit more FOC up front, right?
Yep.
It's never the same for every guy. We can get stuck in this, like, this is how it should be done. But I think that, like, it shouldn't. Like, you should, like, do what you want and figure it out, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's the big thing. It's going to happen.
And thermals. Always, the wind can be going. Thermals is a big thing. And
you're so right.
I learned about that the hard way this year. It's Illinois. There's no, like, slopes here, but I was
just going to say the same thing here for Indiana. It's pretty much flat, right?
But like, if you have any type of, if you're like in a river bottom that goes up as hill, the wind might be going one way, but there's thermals and it's carrying your scent a different way.
Yep. Oh. Agreed. Very true.
Okay, let's talk about what kind of fletchings do you run on? Are you like a 4-fletch guy, a 3-fletch guy?
I'm a 3-fletch, right? I'm running the 80 Maxes this year, 3-fletch with a 3-degree helical.
Okay.
Left
helical. That means you're running almost a left bevel broadheads, but I know that's not
correct.
That is okay.
Yeah.
I had a brain fart there. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's another question that a lot of guys ask. Like, and I think it's especially out of and I think this is different in the triad. Most everything is right, correct, in the triad side.
It depends. Here's the thing: it depends because I've talked to old. I bought a set of old cedar arrows from this guy that he built, and they've been sitting around since like the late '90s, early 2000s. They were left helical.
Okay.
Well, nowadays everything's right helical, and you look on your fletchings online. Like I go to Amazon because I'm cheap. I hate to say it, because most likely I'm going to end up destroying fletchings anyway.
Because you're such a good shot.
No, it's because
don't be afraid to say that.
yeah, I wish. But like everything comes mostly right wing instead of left wing.
Yeah,
So
I wanted to, like, most of the guys, I think, not most of the guys, but like do that work. Like get 7 feet away from your target and knock tune it. Like put a mark on your knock and see if you're clocking left or right out of your bow.
And I bear shaft tune wood shafts.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's not like doing I do my carbon. The carbons are easy. I just cut them to a certain length. I know what I want. I always run the same carbon shaft until leads one out because they don't make them anymore. They're discontinued. I know how much weight I'm running up front. So then it's just me rotating my knock and finding it. And every once in a while you get a shaft that doesn't fly right because it's man-made and it might be a little off.
Yeah, agreed.
But and wood, that's a whole nother monster. You might. I shoot Rose City, and they've been in the game for a long, long time. And I talked to their secretary and their millwright a lot on the phone. And because my daughter, I hate to say it, she shoots a lot. She shoots better 3D than I do. And I wanted these shafts for her in this specification. I said, we'll send you a bunch of shafts, and she shoots under 30 pounds. And they're considered used shafts, but they said they took 1,500 shafts. I might get three in the same grain weight, matching within 5 grains of one another. It's all over the place.
Okay.
So, like you said, you got to figure out what works. And I have shafts here that I can't get a nocturne with crap. Bear shaft tune with crap. Yeah. I put feathers on it; they're flying straight. So I don't know. There's just some. My buddy is I call him a horse trader of archery equipment. Dude, he buys and sells arrows and bows all the dang time. He shoots your 3 blades.
Okay, good.
Let's talk about sharpening a 3 blade because there's a lot of videos. All right, and I use a diamond plate, and I have like the angle guide or whatever it is by Stay Sharp for doing your 2 blades, but you don't need that on the 3 blade. Is it going vertically or side to side?
So for me, when I'm sharpening the 3 blade, I take the stone, lay it flat, and then I always run forward. And the reason why, so I'll pick it up, push it forward, pick it up, and the reason why is because I don't want to mess with that tip.
Yep.
That's the biggest part. When guys pull backwards, sometimes there's a tendency of like they'll drag it as they pull up, and you're actually messing with that tip a little bit. And that's where you and I talked about it early on that run out, right?
Yep.
The other thing that I like to do is, man, I count my strokes.
Yep.
And I count my strokes. That way I know I'm taking off the stainless material on each side. I'll normally start with a 600.
Okay.
Just to get that head going, and then I'll go to like a 1200.
Now, go ahead. You know what a radish style sharpener that has like the I'll rip them. I'll take the 2 blades through there, rip them through that, because my buddy had it like one of those work sharp like belts, like one of
great on a bench grinder.
Yeah, like one of those bench grinder ones.
Yeah,
they work.
Yeah, I love those too.
I can't sharpen on them.
Really?
Yep. It doesn't matter what broadhead it is. I wasn't taking too much material off, so putting too much pressure.
So for me, on like a work sharp, not work sharp, they're called razor sharps. Yep. Razor sharps is what they are. You can get them on Amazon. Put them on your bench grinder. They have a grinding wheel, and then they have a honing wheel.
All right.
first caveat here is make sure that you take your bench grinder and turn it around backwards. because if you don't, if you catch an edge, like you'll flip it and send it into your stuff. Like you can do some damage. So I always tell guys. But I only use the honing wheel with the little rouge that they let you have, like this little ball, and I can if guys can get there's a simple thing where you can actually hear it.
Yeah.
You can just hear how it's sharpening. That's super easy to do on that. I've used single bevels on that. I've used, you name it. I kind of trick. I don't tell a lot of guys this because it's hard to do, and you've got to kind of have a knack for it. The other thing that I kind of trick out in that side is I can tell you guys, if you're getting in that, if guys want to spend a lot of time on a 3-blade, take a piece of 2-inch PVC pipe.
Okay.
Wrap, and then you're gonna wrap paper, sandpaper around it.
Okay.
1,200 grit, 1,000 grit, whatever you can get at Harbor Freight, right?
Yeah.
And you're actually creating a honed bevel down inside of the head. Are you picturing with me because it's rounded?
Yeah.
So I've seen guys trick out that way to create more of a deeper cut in the head. That way they're getting more material out and creating a sharper bevel that way. Right. You're getting so deep in the weeds when you're doing that, but it's a lot of fun.
I never thought about doing that, but as an automotive technician, I can see how that works.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Some guy I talked to on the phone called me and told me about it. I'm like, oh, that's super cool. I'm gonna try that. You'd have to go to Harbor Freight and get some different papers and stuff, but it's kind of cool.
I have a system where I rip it through that rod sharpener first. Then I get my 800 grade diamond plate stone. I'll put the angle grade on, do it that, flip it, do it that, and go all the way up to 25. And I have a cereal box with a green buffing compound on it.
Yeah.
I rub that on there. Then I'll strop it and they're good to go.
And it has my email on it.
Yeah, and my daughter wrote her email on my box because we were doing fantasy football and that needed. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
He has daughters and they hunt squirrels too.
Has he been elk hunting?
She wants to know, have you been elk hunting?
I have not. I keep having guys ask me to come out west and hunt with them. I need to book that trip and do it, right?
He lives in Indiana.
Yeah, maybe if we end up getting to do it, maybe he can do it.
Yep. Let's talk about.
Go ahead. I got a guy that asked me to come shoot some cows out in Utah this year. I might take him up on that.
How much out of state take?
I don't even want to know, dude. I haven't even asked the wife on that one yet. I probably should.
It's probably not that much because it's cow elks.
Dad, where are the chips from yesterday?
In the box.
Thank you.
It shouldn't be that much. I mean, it's going to be expensive. No hunting out west cheap anymore.
No, it's not. By the time you get out there and do all that stuff, it gets expensive.
But let's talk about your guys' risers.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
So right now we have a 13, a 15, and we are prototyping the 17
and they're
ILF risers right now.
Yep. And for people that don't know what ILF is, you want to explain to it?
You do it. You'll do a better job than I will.
I think ILF stands for International Limb Fitment, right?
Yes. Yep.
So it's like Olympic-style archers, non-compounds, and the limbs just lock in. There's a pocket in there. And everything is adjustable. You can adjust the tiller. You can adjust side to side. Is that? Can you do that on your bow with set screws?
Yes, you're exactly right. Yes, sir.
And it's a different style of takedown bow. So.
Yeah, it's a takedown bow. You're correct on that.
Now, you guys don't offer a whole package with limbs and everything, or no?
I do not. No, limbs are just a whole thing where I tell guys man, go to Three Rivers.
Yeah.
And then I say, I've shot and I bought and I know on the limbs, I might step on some toes here, but I'm going to say it, I would rather, spend a little less than limbs. I love the DOS limbs, right?
Yeah.
But you can get Uka limbs, they're twice as much?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're just starting out, get some DOS limbs. I don't think you'll really know the difference. That's just me.
Santa Claus brought my daughter ILF bow for Christmas.
Ooh.
And they're 22-pound limbs, They're not expensive, but they fling. You know what a vector arrow is? By Easton, they're really micro. Yeah,
Okay.
it
Yep.
flings those so fast and straight. And granted, it's like their arrow might be 330 grains,
Sure.
but it's coming out both stupidly fast. I know trad's nothing. Tra- Traditional archery, speed is not about speed. I mean,
It's about getting close, right?
Yeah, it's a game of inches.
Yep.
Now you own a trad bow, right? Or no?
I do. I have our ILF riser.
You mess around with that, or
I do. I mess around with here in the yard. Like you said, it's a game of inches and pie plates and plates. And for me, when we bought the company back in 17, I wanted to figure out just the bow industry in itself.
Yeah.
Right. So I picked up my first compound, and once I got into that, I'm staying in that. I'll plunk around. It's just that I'm just not as good, and I'm not as comfortable with it with our own ILF riser.
all right. Before I should have did this back like at question 6, but I somehow skipped over. Do you guys promote in any magazines like Traditional Bow Hunter or any clubs like PBS, Compton? I know there's some other ones. Bow Hunter magazine.
Yeah, and even ETAR, right?
Yep.
We most of our dealers hit all those shows for us. I've got a great guy. His name's Jess Goodman from Steamboat. He normally hits.
They make sharpeners too, don't they?
Yeah, Steamboat sharpeners. Jess Goodman. He's a great dude. Based out of India, where we're here at, he normally goes to Compton and he goes to ETAR. That's where he likes to go and travel and set up. So we let him run those for us, which I really appreciate that he does that. I need to get out to ETAR. I've been on a couple podcasts now where guys are like, you come out, we'll set you up with a bow, you can sling some arrows.
And
I'm like,
bring your bow out there. Your bow comes down, it'll fit in a suitcase. And
if I brought my Matthews bow to ETAR,
no, not ETAR, your trad bow. Take your trad bow. Yeah. Now, are you big in the Total Archery Challenge or anything like that?
I do. We do a lot of those. We go to a lot of TAC events. I really love the community. Even at ETAR, what they do, just the community and getting out and shooting. It's so good.
Now,
it's so much fun.
I was kicking around the idea because I did the Odd Year Gathering. I'm a PBS member. For people who don't know what that is, it's Professional Bow Hunter Society. We don't get paid to hunt. But it's learn by experience. Yeah, their motto is learn by experience.
Sure.
I probably butchered that, but I was there and I'm going, man, the place that had it was in Southwest Wisconsin on the Skies property. They have the archery club that shoots there probably 4 times a year, and you could do a trad tag event there. I was taking 40. It's all 3D, so I was taking 30, 40-yard shots on a caribou target or elk target, standing up on those bluffs, shooting down at it. It was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if anybody is doing trad tack or anything like that.
I don't think they are yet. No. Then you have the Reinhardts. You could go to those, right?
Oh yeah, Reinhardt is their main factory. It's 40 minutes from my house. Yeah, in Janesville. Oh, what else? You guys have a lot of videos on YouTube. Am I correct?
I do, yes. Yeah, you can find us on all the social medias. Just search Vans Point Archery, whether it's InstaFace or whatever they are, TikTok. I don't know.
InstaFace. I love that. I love that. InstaFace. Let's talk about. I know you guys have your own camo. Not clothing, but your own camo on one of your risers, and I know camo doesn't sell. It sells to hunters, not to. I hate to say it, but people kill deer in blue jeans and flannel shirts.
Yeah,
so camo sells to hunters. I mean, the best camouflage is staying still and the wind.
I agree.
But yeah, you want to tell us about it's Midwest something. I can't think of what it's called.
So you're right. We have it on all our risers. It's called Midwest Camo.
Okay.
About a year and a half ago, we switched on our risers from Duracoat
Okay.
to Cerakote.
Okay. What's the
Local
difference?
guy.
I would say, what's the difference of the two?
Cerakote temperature, right, and
Okay.
just the hold up of it and the colors you can do, and just do like a. I think this year, when I mean this year, I mean next year. I think I want to do like a topo
Okay.
on the riser. I think that would look really cool. We just dropped the FDE.
Okay.
Flat dark earth. It's not a camo. It's just the flat dark earth color. But right now we saw them in a left and right. Like I said, 13 and 15, 17 is coming soon, and I think we have them in black, gray, FDE, Midwest camo, green.
Okay.
The green one, I really like that green one. But yeah, there's multiple different colors and patterns you can do on this.
OD green. I think that's what.
OD green. Yep. I really like that one.
What about you guys? I'm not trying to say copy bear or anything like that because they got the Fred Bear camo, but what about like a old school duck camo pattern? I think that might sell.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I might tell the guys about that one.
And I don't know who. I do not know who owns the rights to it. But another good pattern that nobody thinks of. It's sort of like mossy oak bottomland, but it's not. Do you remember? I don't know how old you are.
46.
46.
46
so I'm
years
42.
young.
Do you remember the old tree bark camo?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
So, but yeah, and that I don't know who owns. I think Mossy Oak owns the rights to that too.
They do. I'd have to get that one. The crazy thing is with like technology and the way that's going,
yeah,
I can actually Cerakote those in different colors and then relief it with a laser for the camo.
That's cool.
That's really cool. It's really neat. So we're starting to play around with those a little bit more.
Like this is off subject. You like the leafy turkey suits you can buy? I wish somebody make that with fall foliage.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
And I don't know why nobody's done it. I reached out to like Mossy Oak to do it. I reached out to Real Tree. I never got no response back. But we're getting. Let me see where we're at now. We're at 53 minutes. So, is there anything? If we already touched on this, what's one thing you can tell all my listeners out there? Any good advice?
Any good advice? Here's some good advice. When JJ drops this podcast, make sure you get the code from him. There'll be a 10% off code. We'll have Alex make up that code for you. That way, that when guys place orders through the website, they can get 10% off their first order.
Okay, and
that's some really good news.
And I will not drop this code till you send me this. I will not drop this podcast till you send me that code. So I'll put it all in my YouTube and all that stuff. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Alex will get that code to you. That way, the guys can get a little bit off their first order, or even like their second order.
All right.
So yeah, we can do that. The other good news is, it's been a pleasure just hanging out with you this afternoon.
I appreciate it.
On Labor Day in Indiana, Illinois.
Yeah,
it's a cool Labor Day, which we really like. JJ and I are excited for because it's getting the hunting season.
And here's the thing about this is, I don't know what kind of deer you got. I know you got any deer on camera what's changing from their red color to their gray color already?
Early, we were driving around, my wife and I, just the other night. She's like, "Those just look weird." I was like, "I know, right? It seems too early."
My golden retriever is shutting out. The deers are shutting out. When I had horses here, they probably. But I haven't had a horse here in a long, like 4 years now. Their winter's coming. Geese already. I'm seeing them weird places where I shouldn't see them. Or like 10 years ago, I'd see them like where they're at now. But we've had like you've had warm. The last couple of winters have been really warm. Same here.
Yeah.
Our temperature is not that much different, and you're only about 4 hours away from me.
Yeah, probably is that.
Now, do you know the guys down there in Whiskey City Archery?
Whiskey City.
Yeah, it's there in Indiana. It's David Snyder. He makes like the hipster quivers and all that stuff.
I do not.
But they all it's a trad guy. I'll text you and send you a link to his stuff. But he's in Indiana, and they have their followings, and they have a big traditional shoot over here. Maybe you guys would want to talk to him. Put a booth there. You guys in the same state.
Yeah,
I've been trying.
Great.
It's hit or miss. I've been trying to get him on my podcast. And send you his information, and they have their Facebook page is like blowing up every month, getting bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, send all that over to Alex. She'll get you guys. We can get connected, and that'd be really cool.
Alrighty. You have the rest of a great Labor Day, and I will hopefully holler at you here in a little bit soon. Maybe we can talk about you guys going to ATA at all.
We will be there. Yes,
maybe
sir.
I'll get you on for a quick snippet podcast for the ATA. I know it's not open to the public; it's only open to dealers.
They're doing it.
They are doing it now
this year. Yeah.
Where's it at?
So it's in Indianapolis.
Okay.
It's in Indianapolis this year, and then again next year, which is great because it's close for us. But this is going to be the first year they're going to have a public day. I think it's the last day.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on that, but they are letting the public in.
About time, because the shop show's been doing it forever, I think, right?
You just gotta pay for it. Shop show's so expensive, man. It's so yeah.
But yeah. I will let you go. Have a blessed day, my friend, and stay in touch.
Likewise.
Hey, should I reach out to Alex like Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere like that?
Yeah, just say, hey, can I get a code for my listeners for their first order for their order? She'll set you up with one.
Okay, and I'll send you the information about Whiskey City.
Sounds good. Thanks, JJ.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep. Bye.